Now we're going to look at the backswing. So we're going to look at the sequencing of the club, the face angle, and the swing plane. So we're going to do that from down the line. Okay, so let's look at, I'm going to put up 3 planes here. We're going to pull up shoulder plane, elbow plane, and shaft plane. Okay, so we're going to watch how the club actually moves in space in what order. Okay, I'm going to pull up the face angle line too so you can see what the club face is doing. This is 2 areas that we're actually working on currently, is to try to get the club a little bit more in front of him and the toe up. So we're doing a pretty good job on the toe up part. We just want to get the club just a little bit more in front of him. It's getting just the club a little bit deep. The tendency, when you get the club too far behind you, the tendency is for the club to work outside the plane coming down. Otherwise, the sequencing so far is pretty good. Just need the club a little bit more in front. As he goes back, we want to keep the shoulders, arms, wrists very soft. You can see he's really freeing up his hips here to get fully loaded. And again, with the power golfer, you can see that obviously they create a much bigger arc in this position, which you'll see that with most players. So he's just trying to create more leverage. As long as he doesn't lose control of the club, we're still okay here. Now, if you watch carefully, you'll watch his legs and his knees. You can watch in this transition move, his legs and his knees are actually starting to move forward before the club does. So when that happens, the club shallows out a little bit. And you can see now he's back more underneath the top line or right on the top line, which is actually a pretty good position for a power player there. He creates maximum extension through the ball. So I want to show you this from this angle. This is the target line. Another great angle to watch the club, how it moves through the shot. So you can see he's releasing the face, arms rotates over, hips and shoulders rotate through. Let's look at it from one more angle. This is actually a fun angle to look at it through too. Actually, we're going to do 2 more angles. Let's look at from the face on view. I'm going to pull him up from this angle. We're going to pull up body lines. And I want you to watch the hip and shoulder separation here when he gets halfway back. Look how much his shoulders have turned compared to his hips there. It's a great position to create more torque or more leverage in the swing. It's what we call the X factor. So the more we can get those shoulders working back against the resistance of the hips, the better. As he keeps moving, the hips are going to free up. He's going to finish his backswing. And again, you can see how much speed and leverage he created on the downswing. The last thing I want to kind of show you, just take off the lines for a second, and watch when he gets to about the 3/4 position. He's in a great position now. He's reloaded into his right side. Now carefully watch his left hip as we transition down. Watch his left knee. You'll actually see it start to move forward before the club does. See, the left knee is actually moving forward just slightly before the club. So that allows the club to shallow out. So he's actually starting the downswing from the ground. So those are the areas that we actually look at. We look at face, club path. We look at the sequence of the swing, how his arms and torso and hips work in space to create maximum leverage, which improves the path, which allows him to release the club as hard as he can down the line. So there you see what Xcrpt does. Do we still have some things to work on? Obviously, we all have things that we need to improve on. So there you see the live 3-dimensional capture with Motion Golf with Xcrpt. And now we know we have some things to work on.
My power secrets can instantly be yours. I promise your next round of golf, you will be crushing the ball 30 to 40 yards farther without any practice whatsoever. Read the information below to grab your risk-free 365-day trial of my power secrets and bonuses. You will have instant access to my power secrets in the next 5 minutes.